Hello, Zeldathon, and welcome to our special Zelda 1 Randomizer Showcase for the Zeldathon Retro Rodeo. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be a lot of fun. We are raising money for the Starlight Children's Foundation, and we've got a couple of great Zelda Randomizer seeds to show to you today. For our first race, we have got the defending 2025 Winter Champion, Jess Andy 8. We also have Sigil 711, Mercs, and Adirondack Rick. Hi, everyone. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23, and joining me for this very special event for our first race, we've got the one and only Malchior. This is going to be very exciting here, as these four contestants are going to be taking on a consternation race here, but we do have some incentives going on as well.
That we do, Laws. Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. I can't believe the kazoo has sounded. I'm just going to assume that was Jess. I have no idea. I can't believe we made it into a Zeldathon. I'm so hyped to be raising money here for Starlight Children's Foundation. Yes, some incentives we got. Well, we've already determined our runners' colors and sprites for the entirety of this Seed 1. But also, for your donations, if we reach, I think it's $100, then we will have our runners collect all 16 hearts in this race. And every time we get a donation of $19.86, 1986 for the year Zelda 1 was released, then our runner will be a runner, I don't know which one, will be forced to up an A and reset, no matter where they are. They could be about to pick up their Triforce and they have to reset immediately. So there's lots of ways to cause chaos today, and all of it will be to the donation of the children.
Absolutely, for a wonderful, wonderful cause here today. Our runners are underway here. So we see our first cave here. You're going to see a lot of community phrases here that are associated with Zeldathon, so be on the lookout for that. So, and you also might see our contestants purchase those community hints. And hey, Mercs is the first one to find the all-important wood sword, so they have that early combat advantage.
Very quick for Mercs, sword found in under a minute. Let's talk a little bit, just real quickly, about what it means to play the Zelda 1 Randomizer. So our runners have to get all 8 Triforces, have to find a bow, and find the silver arrows to defeat Ganon. And that might help. Armos item, red candle, so now we can burn all the bushes on the overworld with impunity. But also in the Spike Set Laws, we have a forced overworld block that is on. So they will definitely need a power bracelet, a recorder, or a raft, because one of their dungeons, or the white sword item, is hiding behind one of those overworld block items.
But you know what? We may have already found that overworld block item, because you know that red candle that we found behind the Armos, that also constitutes as an overworld block. So we may have already found it, or we might need something else. It's what I like to call one of those chain reaction seeds where one item leads to another, and we need them all to get past this seed. Oh my goodness, look at the price of both the bombs and the wooden arrows. Maximum price for both. 40 for the bombs, 100 for the wood arrows. Now the good news is, what we've seen on Adirondack Rick's side is that the small secret is worth 17 rupees and the medium secret is worth 35 rupees. So while these runners are trying to get situated and find some of these things here in the overworld, we've already gotten some donations. We've hit $11,000 already for the Starlight Children's Foundation. That is absolutely outstanding. So yeah, let us hear about these donations.
Laz, I gotcha. Hey, it's me, Poppy, the one who brought strawberry milk to this event. I already have a ton of donations coming in from the community, and you love to see it. We've got $100 right off the top from Silly Person here. It just says, let's go. I don't think I could agree more. We've got Drew coming in with another 100 that says, get the hearts. We've got Stevie O with another 100 that donated via the Twitch charity campaign. Thank you so much for coming in with that. Mrs. Malchior pulling double duty, tracking and donating at the same time in my Zeldathon. Incredible. Said, so excited for this race. Love this community so much. Have fun, runners. Gotta have heart. We have another $100 coming in. It says, I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you. And a 1986 donation as well from Anonymous Donor. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so very much.
Resets already. I don't know if I'm going to require them to go ahead and reset again. Thank y'all for your incredibly generous donations. I said 100 total. I didn't mean $100 increments. Good gravy.
The community is certainly showing up, just like we hoped.
Yeah, and this let's talk about this overworld again, Laws. Wizzies and Lionels on the overworld. It's the projectile city that we all love to hate.
Well, at least we won't have to deal with them when we get to the dungeons. But I'll tell you what, we're now at the 4-minute mark of this race. We still have not found any dungeons up to this point. Now, what do we talk about with the consternation flags is that all of your items are shuffled. But what's also in the shuffle for this flag set, oh my gosh, that is a nasty beach there that Rick just encountered there. All those whiz robes and very little maneuverability room. I think we're going to have to go around that beach if we want to get to that part of the overworld. So we're talking about the items here. The hearts are also part of that item shuffle. So there is a possibility when we get to levels 1 and 8, you could see 3 heart containers in those levels.
That is correct, Laws. All of our heart containers being in the shuffle means our runners might have to do a little bit more dungeon digging than they are used to, but... Oh, there's...
Yeah, we found our first hint shop, but Jess is going to hold on to the cash. Look at the size of that large secret that Sigil just picked up. 132 rupees. This is a big money seed in a marathon setting. In what universe do we see that? You'll love to see it, Melchior.
It's fantastic, and they're going to be using all these rupees because some of these hints... I mean, I'm double checking. Yeah, they're all community hints, so I was a little surprised to see the totals not be their vanilla totals. But
and we want to give a special thanks to Hop Up for bringing together all of the Zeldathon community memes. There are so many, so having a nicely curated list was very helpful.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop off of that real quick. Thank you, Hop Hop, for the list of Zeldathon community memes. Sigil with a great Kanana key in level 5 to skip a key door where he had 0 keys available.
Yeah, for those of you wondering what the Kanana key is when you have 0 keys and there is a room with a shutter door, if you full clear that room and you're up against the door when you have gone up against that final enemy and taken it down, if you go quickly up through that door, you'll be able to go through it without having to spend a key. And we do see that Sigil and Rick are in 2 different levels. Sigil's in level 5, while Rick is in level 8. And we are dealing with shapes dungeons here, so the layouts are going to be different than what you're accustomed to seeing in vanilla. Now, in Rick's case...
which means we get to play our favorite game, Laws. So both in chat and through your donations, look at the shape of level 5 and tell us now, name that ink blot.
That's right, Melchior.
What does that look like to you?
What does that look like to me? Oh boy, that's a tricky one. I mean, to me, it looks like a brontosaurus. That's what I see in that picture.
Well, make them pay for it. Make them send in the donations, like this $19.86 one from Dwyer coming in. Well, let's get those donations in for these ink blots.
Yes, get those ink blot donations in. Also, a 1986. You think we should tell Sigil to just up A back to the beginning of the dungeon?
I think we should. I think we got to make it a little bit tough. And I think Sigil's having too good of a time here in level 5. Now let's talk about these 2 levels here. So Rick is in level 8, as Jess Sandy has just found level 4. So level 8, there is a total of 3 items. 2 behind staircases, potentially this staircase right here, and 1 on the ground. Sigil is going to find 1 staircase that has an item, 1 on the ground, and then there is going to be a transport staircase. We see that there is a magical boomerang as one of the items here in level 8, and Rick wants no part of it.
Also, we are getting news in here. Don't forget about the 1986 to make folks up, hey. But it does look like we have something started here to get to the $11,500 mark to unlock the Gotta Have Heart incentive. And anyone who's in the community probably knows what that is. But why don't our lovely commentators tell the folks at home what they're winning?
Well, once we get to that $11,500 donation, if we get to that amount, that means these runners are going to have to find every single heart container in this race. There are a total of 13 heart containers to be found for a grand total of 16. 4 of those heart containers are going to be in those Take Any Caves. And what do we mean by those Take Any Caves? You have the option between taking a red potion, a blue candle, or a heart container. You have to take the heart container if we do meet that incentive, which means these runners must find all 16 hearts before they can rescue the kidnapped. Look at the price of that bomb upgrade, by the way.
85 rupees, so 15 under the vanilla price. Rick could afford it right now. He's not interested. Instead, he wants to fight a Patra with a wood sword. I don't know who would choose to do that.
Certainly not me, especially when it's an Expando Patra, and Rick down to that last half a heart is going to go ahead and up an 8. Mercs has found level 7 and is our first contestant to find a Triforce piece. So they have 1 on the board. We need all 8 Triforce pieces in order to gain access into level 9.
Yep, so Merc's taking an early lead. We did find a magical boomerang in 8. Not required, but to find an item early in one of the larger dungeons is nice to have. Apparently, Rick has not seen the red candle at the Forest Armos, so give it about a minute and we'll see Rick's heart break in a second.
Oh, absolutely right here. By the way, we have some other donations that are going on as well. So while we talk about that, let's have Poppy explain the different incentives that are going to be going on.
Absolutely. So as we mentioned, we've got the $11,500 coming in for the Gotta Have Heart incentive. We'll unlock Sprite Shuffle for the next race at $11,750, and we'll have the Boomstick unlock at $12,000. I'll pass to you guys here in a second to explain what those are. We also have a 504 donation here from Hop Hop, we called out a few minutes ago. Says always happy to help provide the various Zeldathon memes for tomfoolery like this secret sound.
Thank you very much, Poppy. And look at this. Jess Andy just found the white sword here in level 4. That is going to double her offensive power. 2 HP of damage she will now be doing with that sword.
Not just that, Laws. Also at level 4, on the floor, the ladder was found.
And then immediately afterwards, Jess Andy picking up the Triforce. That is quite an efficient level 4 right there that Jess Andy had.
Very good, very good. Yeah, we're only like $500 away.
Look at Mercs making the money there in money-making game. Just got 20 rupees off of that pick. I love that move.
I like it. I just did that level 4 swordless. Go ahead, Poppy.
I was going to say, given the pace of this seed, how long do you think our audience has to get that last $500 in for the Gotta Have Heart incentive?
I'd say we need to get there by the 45-minute mark. So let's give the runners 34 more minutes to get to the $11,500. So I'd say the 45-minute mark.
You heard it here first. Let's make it happen.
And
also,
just Andy picking up the big bucks in the graveyard here. 132 rupees behind that magical stored block.
On the floor in that level 5, one room before the Triforce, Sigil just found the silver arrows.
Well, that's a big find right there. So now all we have to do is find a bow, and we have everything we need to take down Ganon. As Sigil falls in level 5, and back to start they go. So keep those donations coming, everyone.
Those silvers were under a Patra, by the way, also.
No way. So we actually have to take down good old Patra Wayne to collect our silver arrows. Oh, these runners are going to have to earn it. And it looks like we got another donation coming in here, Poppy.
Yeah, another 1986. So pick your poison. Who's it going to be?
I'm asking the donator, who does he want to reset?
With that last donation, yeah, we got 2 1986s, by the way.
There's 2 of them, so I'd say, fire it out.
All right, let's Rick is probably feeling bad about his life, having picked up that red candle. So we'll give Rick a reset.
Absolutely, brutal.
Yeah,
Who's our second
I was
one?
right with that. And Mercs has the lead, so let's just pull Mercs off a little bit.
Every 1986 will decide their fate. Keep them coming.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for those donations. All right. Sigil still here in level 5. Still looking for one more item that's going to be behind a staircase here at this point, as Merc's picking up a large secret to build their bankroll. That was behind the vanilla level 1 location.
As you're donating your 1986, if you do not choose who you wish to reset, we'll just choose at random or by the whim of fate. But if you want to put a name in there with your donation, I'll let the runners and announcers know.
Oh yes, your money should definitely go to whoever you want to cause the most consternation.
Rick finding another Take Any Cave, so Rick now up to 5 hearts. By the way, Jess Andy has 6 hearts, so she is guaranteed to pick up the white sword item if we can find it. The white sword item is not going to be the white sword because we already found that in level 4, but whatever it is, we have to have anywhere between 4 and 6 hearts to pick it up.
I do see Clinkit in the chat calling this out, and I think it's very exciting that we are only about $98 from funding another 2 handheld sets with Starlight, because remember, in the month of March, Nintendo is doing matching. So for every single one that we fund here, Nintendo's matching another one with Starlight. So it's doubling up, very exciting. We got another 1986 that just came through. It says, gotta have heart and gotta have some chaos. So, Mal, why don't you pick somebody?
Well, that's going to be Jess. She hasn't had the chance to reset yet.
And while we were talking about that, and I see another donation coming through quickly, I'm going to say that Money Mercs did find the white sword cave. It was the raft, and on 4 hearts, that was enough to pick up that raft. So put it on the board there for Mercs.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, we did get I'm gonna let this one go through. It's not a 1986, but it's greater than 1986. From Drew, we got $25. He said, "Let the commissioner decide up, eh?"
He's referring to me. Thank you, Drew. Side here. You're just gonna make Jess do it again.
Oh, giving the champ a couple of up-and-A's there. Love to see it. Oh, look at this. We just got a big donation. That's the 13th and 14th handheld consoles funded. Way to go, everybody.
Awesome stuff.
It's extremely exciting. Thank you so much for helping Starlight with their mission. And that was that was from my dear friend Zathian, $196.80, and says, "How many resets is this? Am I doing it right? I think at the very least we should give our friend 4 resets for that. Tell them all to go."
Oh, let's go. Everybody reset now. Everybody's got to go ahead and up an A and reset. Sorry, Rick, but Patra Wayne's going to have to wait for a little bit here. Wow.
And just such a huge thank you to Zathian. Zathian's wonderful. Met Zathian last year. Thank you so much for showing up and helping out Starlight with their mission.
And by the way, we are now less than $160 away from hitting that $11,500 target for the Gotta Have Heart seed.
I had a thing pointed out in chat, and yes, that is a recent update. Oh, Mercs finds the red ring in 2.
Oh, that's huge.
If you check the overworld tiles as our players have been running around, you'll see some cracked walls or even some different pixels on the burn bushes. And yes, a recent flag this year made it to where, like right there on Monocle Rock, where the spots you have to check actually have visible, like, differentiations. So if you're playing this for your first time ever, and you never played The Legend of Zelda, you don't have to go bombing or burning blindly to find all your secret caves.
Yep, a nice little subtle change there that we've made to make it easier for our runners, especially the ones who may be playing this game for the first time. I like that little wrinkle there, so that's pretty cool. By the way, that red ring that Mercs picked up, that's going to quadruple their defense, so they're going to be taking 1/4 the base value damage. That's always nice to have, especially early on.
Also, I saw somebody in chat asking, so just want to say again, big thank you to Fred Coughlin for customizing these. Hop pulled together several Zeldathon memes for us, and Fred went ahead and put those in the game, so you should be seeing some really familiar stuff in there.
Rick in Level Find has found the good old Chevy room. That is a ladder block, so going to have to work around it or come back later. And Rick has opted to get out of that dungeon and come back later.
Proceeds from all purchases go to SCF. Again, thank you, Fred, for putting these custom Zeldathon messages in for this showcase seed.
Yeah, no, that's a great call out. So for those of you who are going to zeldathon.com/store, we do have a bunch of event merch up there. 25% is going to Starlight Children. So please go ahead and get yourself a shirt.
Fantastic. And we were chuckling because Jess Andy found the wood sword cave long after she found the white sword, taking exception to that, old man. And speaking of exceptions, Jess Andy, with a lot of money on hand, is going to go ahead and purchase those very premium priced bombs.
Yeah, 40 rupees, the absolute maximum price that the bombs can be in the shop. I gave this seed to one of our players ahead of time, and they said, yeah, Mel, this is fine. Go ahead and give this to him for a marathon run. I think they hid some information from me.
So we saw some take any roads on Jess's side, and one of them starts at the far northeast corner of Hyrule, and one of them takes you to Vanilla level 9. So that's a very good teleport. We'll see where the other two take us a little bit later here, as the other 3 contestants are in 3 different levels, 8, 5, and 2 respectively.
And take a look at the shape of that too. Look at that segment off in the corner.
If you want to send us a donation, you want to tell us what that ink blot is, please do so. We'll be interested to find out what your different responses are. So level 2 is going to be segmented. So when we do find a staircase, it is going to take us to that 4-room segment on the upper left corner. 2 items will both be on the floor here in this dungeon. We already saw one in the red ring.
Correct.
As our runners are moving on, I just want to take 1 second. Let's talk about Starlight themselves. I wanted to bring out Starlight's mission here. Starlight Children's Foundation delivers happiness to seriously ill children and their families. They are America's broadest reaching charity, supporting over 800 children's hospitals and other facilities across the U.S. They can prioritize delivering programs to kids in the greatest need. For example, in 2024, 46% of Starlight's hospital and medical facility network impacted medically underserved and vulnerable populations. And when you donate, as you're getting our runners ever so close to that Gotta Have Heart incentive, you can donate with confidence. For 8 consecutive years, Starlight received a 4-star rating from Charity Navigator. That's the highest rating that a charity can receive. So go ahead and get those donos in. I mean, we are only about 60 some odd dollars away from Gotta Have Heart. Somebody want to dunk that?
Absolutely. A little less than $160 away. We have a little less than 25 minutes to make that happen. As Sigil finds the magical boomerang, what will Sigil do? He's going to burn it? Burn it!
Yes.
But he's going to pick it up anyways. Hey, how about that? We got the magical boomerang. 2 different boomerangs that we have in Zelda. You've got the wooden boomerang and the magical boomerang. They both do the same thing. They stun some of your enemies. If they have 0 HP, they can take them down. The only difference is that the wooden boomerang has a shorter range than the magical boomerang. And some people think it's easier to control when you have the wooden boomerang. Now, while Boogie was talking about our wonderful, wonderful charity, Jess Andy did find the magic wand in level 7.
I did notice that, and so one of the best weapons you can find, it does 2 points of damage, while at the same time also having a range capability.
Definitely indeed. And take a look. Rick just found, looks like there was the recorder in level 2. So now level 2 is done for Rick. So that'll enable us to transport to any levels that we have completed up to that point. Big find there for Rick.
Agreed.
And
that recorder might be necessary to find one of the dungeons. Yeah, go ahead, Poppy.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, are you feeling like our runners are going a little too fast? Because if so, I feel like if someone wanted to donate $19.86, we could start to slow them down. I mean, the pace is just too good.
Yeah,
these contestants
if
are doing great.
If y'all think our runners are excelling too well, every donation of $19.86 will force one of them to do a reset, no matter where they are. So you can time it. You can wait until they're in the room before their Triforce, and then right as they see their Triforce, the donation comes in and they have to reset.
Looking at the current heart counters here, Jess and Rick both now have 7 hearts. Sigil at 5, Mercs at 4, now in level 2. Sigil trying to take care of this Patra here with just a half a heart left. Did not get the master one down. Gonna have to wait it out. Do this very carefully. Does not want to lose their progress. Getting a little bit tight. Very nicely done. Just needs to take out the center without getting bopped, and it's gonna be a done deal here for Sigil. Getting a little bit close.
Getting close.
Very nicely done. That Patra's gonna stay dead. Great job.
I think some of our runners are going to be happier than others. We are only $157, I am told, away from Gotta Have Heart.
Yep, and the Gotta Have Heart incentive, even though our runners only really need 3 to 4 items to beat the whole game, the Gotta Have Heart incentive we'll force them to find all 16 heart containers in the game. Pretty much, essentially, a 100% run.
Absolutely. And while these 4 contestants are here in the dungeon, let's see if Sigil decides to pick up that 85 rupee bomb upgrade. It is the standard upgrade of 4 bombs, so a pretty nice price there. And we just got a donation. Poppy.
Yeah, Mao Laws. It's from Silly Person, $19.86. Pick somebody. Take them down.
Sigil's progressing too well in A. Let's make Sigil up in A.
All right, so Sigil going to have to up an A there and restart at the beginning of that dungeon. Both Mercs and Andy right now are in level 2 as Rick is going to find the letter. So once we find a potion shop, we'll be able to find out what the price of Coke and Pepsi is going to be. That's the nicknames we affectionately love to give the blue and red potions in this game.
I think Baby Mal is trying to get in on the microphone real quick. You say Zelda? Okay, bye-bye.
Starting them young.
Yeah.
Just want to say thank you again to all of our donors. Really appreciate it. It's all going to a fantastic cause. Loving watching this race. And looks like Jess Andy being at 2 Triforces already. Can anyone stop the champ with $19.86?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Oh, definitely indeed. Tell you what, these runners are doing an absolutely fantastic job here. We're about at the 25-minute mark here. So, folks, you only have about 20 minutes to get that. You got to have heart incentive. We got to get to 11,500 before the game clock reaches 45 minutes. We can do it, folks. And this is going to help. We just got a nice donation. Poppy.
All right. We just got a donation of $79.44. It says 1986 times 4 equals up a all. Make it happen.
Oh,
all
nice
right, everyone there. Reset, please.
Now there's someone who knows how to play the game very, very well. If we get one more donation just like that one, that would put us over the top. Just saying, folks.
We are so close to that gotta have heart. And I happen to think that there is at least one member of the community who would agree with us doing this.
Yeah, Mr. Gotta Have Heart himself, Chest Jerk.
All right, and we're getting ever so close. We're now under $40 away from reaching that incentive for a donation like this one. What do we got, Poppy?
We got Drew coming back with $19.86. Thank you so much. Says, I can't stop the champ, only hope to slow her.
Ooh, that means just
another reset.
You're going to have to reset again. Oh, we are going after these contestants here today.
I think it's smart. I mean, Jess is at 3 Triforce to everybody else having 1. Would you call that a lead?
That definitely is a lead, but of course, there's a lot of factors. By the way, you know, Jess, according to our tracker, picked up the bow, but we didn't see where the bow was. It hasn't been marked on our tracker. Speaking of our trackers, by the way, as Burks is going to go ahead and purchase a key, we want to thank all 3 of our trackers here for helping us out here, because when we're doing a 4-way race like this, sometimes it's hard for us to all keep track. Crump, Mrs. Malchior, and Sassage Link, we thank you so very much for keeping the action going here. Much appreciated. Oh, it was in level 7. Level 7 had the bow.
$38 before Gotta Have Heart, and I think that that's going to change the entire game. Some folks are going to really feel an upheaval, so let's get that last 38 in.
I'm trying to make Jess reset before she... Oh, no, cheater, she got her tutor. She's doing a little dance. I'm expecting kazoo in a second.
I feel like that was intentional. I feel like that was directed kind of specifically at you, I think.
Probably. She probably actually did just play her kazoo, even though we currently have her muted. We'll hear more of that later.
Thank you so very much. All right, so Rick now here in level 4. Again, we're going to find the ladder. That is going to be our floor item, and the white sword, which is our staircase item. So hopefully Rick will be able to track those items down and get a little bit of a leg up on the competition.
And we've seen a lot of our items now, Laws. A couple missing, but have we seen which overworld location is blocked? Which dungeon are we missing? 6?
Well, we have not seen 9. We haven't seen 6, 3, or 1. So we'll see if any or maybe all of those are blocked in some kind of fashion. Now, just because we say that there's an overworld block doesn't mean it's just one item. It can be multiple items that have a block, because, I don't think we've seen our raft spots. We haven't found the power bracelet. Maybe one of those levels is blocked. Recorder Lake, I don't know if we've seen that. Maybe that's got a level. So there's a lot going on. But this just in, Poppy.
I'm here to tell you, you gotta have heart. It was met via a $40 donation coming in via the Twitch charity campaign from Dwyer 2077. Thank you so much. Mal, why don't you pop in the chat and give our racers the good news?
All right, gotta have heart has been met. Y'all gotta get them all now.
Yes, that's right, Malky. You're going to be posting that in our chat, that these 4 contestants, they're going to have to pick up every heart container before they can rescue the kidnapped. And I say the kidnapped because it's going to vary depending on what these contestants are playing as.
Don't spoil it, Laws. We'll keep that one a secret. We'll keep that under our hats.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not going to say who or what. You're going to have to figure that one out for yourself, folks.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And that also will give us more time to meet our other incentives. So if we get up to 11,750, that unlocks Sprite Shuffle on our second seed, which is a Holy Grail seed, which is find a specific item to get into level 9, as opposed to finding all the Triforces. But finding specific items is hard when every sprite in the game is shuffled to look like something else.
Oh, that is going to be very diabolical. I am looking forward to that one. We are less than $250 away from making Sprite Shuffle happen. So keep those donations coming. We are raising money for the Starlight Children's Foundation, a wonderful, wonderful cause here. We've already raised over $11,500. Keep it up, everyone.
Then I'm very excited about the second seed coming up, but I think before we get there, I really do want to see these runners slowed down just a bit more. Let's get those 1986s in. Those will stack up really quick towards our next bonus incentive of the Sprite Shuffle, and then we've got the Boomstick following directly after that. Malkiel, you want to tell them what that's about?
Absolutely. So at $12,000, when we reach $12,000, that Holy Grail Sprite Shuffle seed will upgrade to also be a Boomstick seed, where our runners would have to go buy the book for like 200 plus rupees, which will then turn the wand into a giant fireworks display of slinging bombs everywhere. But since we're trying to go fast and we don't know if our runners will get enough money to buy that book, we're just going to start them with it. We're going to start them with the book. They go find their wand at the Armos location, and we'll be flinging explosions the entire seed. So $12,000 if you want to see bombs flying everywhere.
I think it's a fantastic item that we start the runners with the book because, we got spoiled with a big money seed here for our first race. We may be stuck with a poverty seed in race number 2. So, yeah, I think it's a wonderful idea that we're going to start the runners with the book. Let's talk about the book briefly here. So the book, as you know, when you have it equipped with the wand, when it makes contact with the enemies or the walls, it bursts into flames. And most runners will tell you it is a hindrance. But with the Boomstick seed, when it makes contact with the walls and the enemies, it makes a big boom, just like it would with the bomb. Now, also, the Atlas, when you pick up that book, it acts as an atlas and automatically unlocks all the maps for the 9 levels.
Which then lets us get to play Name That Inkblot more readily.
Merc's taking exception to that old man here, saying, who?
I guess he doesn't like the who.
All right, while our runners are catching up here, let me do one quick plug for the merch we have available right now at Zeldathon/store. 25% of every sale donated directly to Starlight Children's Foundation. We've got the amazing talents of the folks I'm about to go through here. We got the Yeehaw Squad designed by our friend Dayumi, who was featured last night in the art segment you might have seen there. We've got the Retro Rodeo logo by Daniel Alba. We've got the Fin sticker by our own Six Alona and the Yeehaw Trip as well by Six Alona. You can get shirts, blankets, water bottles, mugs, posters, notebooks, stickers, and more. Head on over there to zeldathon.com/store or tantrummerch.com/Zeldathon. Back over to you two.
Thank you very much. And Mercs just picked up a Triforce in level 2, while Sigil picked up a Triforce here in level 8. So Jess and Mercs, each have 3 Triforce pieces, while Sigil and Rick have 2 Triforce pieces. And it looks like a donation came through at the end of that spiel there. What do we got there,
Yeah,
Poppy?
we got another 1986. It says, "Let's go, Sprite Shuffle time." Nobody named. So who do you pick, Mal?
I went ahead and gave it to Mercs. He had just finished up a dungeon, and he's on Jess's tail. I can't wait for all these reset donations to come in when they're in level 9, so we can try to create a 4-way tie.
Oh, that would be absolutely insane. I would love to see it. So there's a medium secret pickup there for Sigil, 220 rupees to their name. Now, whenever you see door repair penalties, you lose anywhere between 15 and 25 rupees. That, of course, gets shuffled from the start as Mercs picked up a heart container. Mercs has 6, Jess 8, Sigil with 6, and Rick also with 8. Now, of course, keep in mind, heart containers might be in level 9 as well. There are 2 checks, both behind staircases. We'll get to that when the time comes.
Indeed, and normally we only use Triforces to like indicate any kind of lead positions, but since they have to get all 16 hearts, Jess and Rick are kind of looking pretty nice with their really elevated count of hearts.
Mal, who do you want to pick? We got 1986 via the Twitch charity campaign from our friend Scadison. Fired out there. Who's resetting?
Oh, it's going to be Rick, because he's trying to get somewhere specific with his recorder, so we're just going to make him... Oh, get back out of the dungeon to reset. Come on.
Rick just made it to safety right as you said that. And Rick picked up their 3rd Triforce, but Jess took the lead with her 4th Triforce, and she just picked up the raft.
I tried to get him before he got in the dungeon.
We are just over $200 until Sprite Shuffle for that second seed. Let's keep it coming.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. Keep those donations coming. Jess, now in the forgotten spot, gonna bomb that location. Gonna find some money that she absolutely doesn't need because the maximum number of rupees you can carry is 255 rupees. Hey, we found Zelda's room in level 5, but folks, Zelda's nowhere to be found. That's right, we might see Ganon's room somewhere other than level 9. We just found the magical sword location not too far away from the vanilla power bracelet spot, but we need anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts in order to pick that up. And because this is you gotta have heart seed now, I think we're gonna see some runners probably pick up that magical sword.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting that we met that Gotta Have Heart incentive. Really big thank you and shout out to everybody who's been donating through this incentive. The races are always extremely exciting, but having the chance to make it even harder on our runners, it's very satisfying to watch.
All right, Sigil picking up the Triforce here in level 7. So now Sigil, Rick, and Mercs all have 3 Triforce pieces, Jess at 4. But we still haven't found the Triforce, at least on Jess's side, on level 8. We still have not found levels 1, 3, 6, or 9 yet. That's very peculiar. Now we're at the 36-minute mark of this race.
I'm certain at least 2 of them are on Death Mountain. And the other one is under our overroll block.
Oh, you're absolutely right. You know, we haven't done
In
hardly...
fact,
yeah.
Laws, I'll put my money on it. The other one is under a power bracelet spot, which is in level 6. That's my guess.
Oh, that would be nasty. We'll see if you end up being correct on that. But yeah, Death Mountain seems to be where we're going to be chock full of levels here in this seed. And, you know, Jess now doing that Death Mountain exploration here. She's on her way.
Malky, are you putting your money where your mouth is, donating 1986 to slow down Jess Andy?
I'd have to ask the missus. She controls the purse.
Shout across the room. She'll hear you.
Well, we just
Most
found
likely
level
at some
6. Jess found it in one of the Death Mountain spots.
Yeah, I know what's happening, Poppy. The missus is probably saving up to donate to reset my run in Seed 2.
Oh, yes, that's right. Malkier is going to go from the commentator's booth into the arena. In fact, we're going to have Adirondack Rick be here in the commentator's booth for that second race.
Fine. Yeah, I can accept that. Let's watch that happen. While our runners are running, let me just remind you a little bit about Starlight. For Starlight, gaming stations and handhelds are hospital approved. They meet safety protocols and are designed to go anywhere in the hospital. They're powered by Nintendo. Starlight gaming stations and handhelds are preloaded with 25 kid-friendly games, and when kids play on Starlight gaming stations and handhelds, it gives them a positive distraction and redirects their focus from the pain or the boredom that they might be experiencing, and it gives them a chance for decision-making, problem-solving, and it helps them feel more in control in their environment. And don't forget, as we mentioned earlier, for the month of March, you're doubling your impact. Every Nintendo handheld funded, which happens every $1,600, a second one is going to be delivered to the hospital, serving medically underserved and vulnerable communities, made possible by Starlight's incredible partners.
Excellent stuff. Thank you, Poppy. Mert's now seeing that magical boomerang in a no interest. He said, I only need all the hearts. I don't need to pick up all the trash.
Yeah, you know, good price on that magical shield where Sigil just came out of vanilla level 5, 73 rupees. But again, that's not a purchase you normally see runners make, but it does deflect, you know, those Wizro beams, those Lionel swords, Zola's fireballs. Rick just picked up the raft here, so light that up on the board there. And there comes another donation. What do we got, Poppy?
$25 from Camion saying, I'm thinking a certain someone from the Adirondacks. Evil laugh. I'm going to peek my mic if I do that, so just imagine one.
Oh, you know, we were talking about Ganon's room, and we just found it on Jess's side. It's in level 6, but Ganon nowhere to be found. That's what you love to see here. And there's this map for level 6. We've got a segmented dungeon. That's a nasty looking one. Name that ink blot, folks. And if you want to tell me what that ink blot is in the form of donation, do so, and do it with a $19.86 donation to force one of these runners to up an A.
Also, big shout out to Cammy and Renikai for being the restreamer and then also stopping to make someone's day just a little tougher.
There's a heart container Jess just picked up here in level 6 inside the staircase, up to 10 hearts. Still trying to find the floor item here, and that will be a level 6, but that's always easier said than done. Level 6 tends to be big in these consternation flags.
I agree, and a point of note about the seed again laws. Look at the key counts across all of our runners. I don't think I've ever seen a count above 2 the entire seed.
Oh, you're right. You know, we've had so much fun and raising money here for the Starlight Children's Foundation. I have never really taken some time to notice, but this is a key starved seed. So you know what this means. It means the any key is going to be in level 9. Book it.
Oh, I'm hoping so. Great capture combat by Mertz. I know he had a red ring, but he just murdered that thing.
$184 to Sprite Shuffle. Let's keep it coming.
Oh,
if y'all have not seen Sprite Shuffle before, you are not ready. When I say all the Sprite Shuffle, I don't mean just the enemy sprites. I mean the fireballs that get thrown at players, the arrows get thrown at players. Link might be slapping things around with a chunk of meat. Lionels might be throwing half ladders at people. Moblins could be shooting power bracelets. Like, it gets crazy.
You know, I can't help but notice that some of our racers are really aggressively seeking out the heart pieces, such as, you know, Jess and Rick, but it looks like Mercs and Sigil are going to eventually have to stop and go on a scavenger hunt.
I think, and it's a strategy thing. If they don't want to get the hearts yet, once Mercs and Sigil find the recorder, they can just go back to all the dungeons that they need to clear when they have better offense, like when they got the magical sword or even when they got a wand.
Oh, by the way, speaking of sprites, one thing I want to point out, you may have noticed it on Sigil's side, folks, as Sigil is playing as the Wizrobe. Any Wizrobes actually become Link. And that's actually the case whenever you play any one of Ganon's minions. Is if you play as one of Ganon's minions, the sprite that normally would be that enemy all turn into Links. I love that touch.
Laz, do you have yourself a favorite sprite?
The Dark Nut. You know why I'm always the Dark Nut sprite? Because those enemies, when I used to speedrun this game, would always give me fits. So in order to, you know, kind of turn the tables, when I would play Zelda Randomizer, I'd always be the Dark Nut.
All right, let's see another 1986 coming through here. I'm ready for it. I think
You go for it.
our runners are just having too much fun. They're having too easy of a time, frankly.
Oh, and Jess just found level 3. So there were 2 heart containers in level 6. So Jess has 5 more hearts to go before she'll be eligible to take down Ganon. And there's the magical sword. Rick can't even check to see if that's enough hearts to pick it up. He's only got 9.
Okay, Sigil, that is a quality act. He knew he was in a dungeon. So his reset of choice was to save and leave said dungeon, so he had to walk back.
Also, Malchior, I may have confused you. We had not received a 1986, so now we have a little bit of of catch up to do. We did get from Silly 7944. You know what time it is? Reset them all. I think you got to tell everybody but Sigil, because I accidentally bestowed one on Sigil just a little early.
So we had a large dono come in.
7944 from Silly Person, thank you so much. I'd say get the other 3 down. And then you know what? Give Sigil another for good measure from our friend Enigma 6. 40 years of saving the princess, celebrating that anniversary of Zelda 1 this year, which is very exciting. We also got another 50 from Potato Pony. So, I can't quite do math. It sounds like 2 to me. So I'd say, Malchior, here in about 2 or 3 minutes, why don't you just hold that? And in 3 minutes, let's see who's ahead. Let's have everybody reset now. And then 2 or 3 minutes from now, you just pick who you want.
Yeah.
And thank you, everyone.
Mercs is deep in 8. He's gonna be so mad at me. He was so deep in 8 when he had to do that reset.
That is brutal. I'll tell you what, though. We are now $33.07 away from Sprite Shuffle. We are so close, folks. Who is going to make it happen? Get those donations in.
It's so exciting.
Rick, he better reset off of this mountain. Good. He was all the way up on Death Mountain. Now he's got to walk back. This is what I mean about the recorder is very valuable in settings such as this.
It's funny. I have seen many of these races, as you both have as well, and I've not seen this silly of up A action. It's very funny to watch.
I guarantee you, all of them that are not racing are just gonna donate during my race and later. Like, all right, Mal, this one's for you. Thanks, Mal. Here's karma. All right, Mal, why don't you reset now?
You know what, Mal? I've got actually, thanks to Trolley here, another $50 donation via the Twitch charity campaign. I think we had the other 50 sitting there waiting. I'd say it's time just to tell them all to go again.
All right. Well, we do that, you announce what we just unlocked.
Yeah, no, we did it. We got the Sprite Shuffle. That is incredible. We now have the chance to unlock Boomstick for the second one, and we will have made so much money in this segment for Twilight. I don't know. I'm a little speechless here. It's incredible. We got another 1986 from Crump79 that says Jess needs a reset. So Malchior, reset everybody. Let's wait a minute, and then we'll make Jess reset again.
Things are getting absolutely crazy here, and I'm loving it. Thank you all for those donations. And yes, Tetra Lee with that $50 to put us into Sprite Shuffle territory. But hey, folks, we are not done yet. We've got another incentive to unlock. $213.21 away, and we will turn on the Boomstick in our second race. That'll be exciting.
Yeah. Oh man, Sprite Shuffle is ready. I'm so excited. It's going to be so hilarious.
Ooh,
Level 1 has been found.
Level 1 has been found by Rick. A chance for 3 items here, 2 that are going to be on the floor, 1 behind a staircase. But that means we have not found level 9. That is the only level right now that is at large, Malchior.
It's going to be a power bracelet. We still don't have our power bracelet.
No, we do not. And remember, important items cannot be in level 9 in this particular flag set. What we mean by that is those required items like the bow, the ladder, the raft, the recorder, the power bracelet. Those 5 items can never be in level 9 in this flag set. We've already found them except the power bracelet. Maybe it's here in level 1.
I'm telling Jess, you have to reset if you're clearing this room.
Brutal.
It's a segmented level 1 as well. Holy Toledo.
You know, if we got some more, and you can put which runner you want to reset in your donation, and we'll just hold it until it is the most painful thing we could possibly do.
Oh, a book found in 3. She better reset before picking up that try.
Yep, there's a heart container for Mercs here in level 8. That'll be 7 hearts. Jess currently at 11. Rick currently at 9. Sigil currently at 6. We know the location of the Triforce here, and there's a heart container here in level 1. So there's one more floor item and the staircase item left to go here in level 1.
All right, Jess did reset. So she has to kill the Dark Nuts again, but she has Red Ring and Wand and White Sword. Normally this would be, I mean, it's got lag, so you got that. Challenge donation successful.
By the way, Rick and Mercs somehow have a bonanza of keys. They have 3 now. Can you believe it? 3 keys on the board.
I've never seen so many.
And there's another heart for Rick, so he's found both of the floor items. Both of them are heart containers, but now we got to find that staircase item.
All right, chat, keep me honest. If you haven't seen enough resets, I'll have them do it again.
Mercs just found the Triforce here in level 8, but going to take these enemies down. Might continue here.
Lubitz over there in level 1.
I do think we are caught up on 1986s, which just means we need some more 1986s. I mean, the champion, I don't know, how far ahead would you say the champion is, just based on what you're saying? How far ahead is Jess?
It really depends on, can she find the power bracelet, because we think that's what's blocking level 9 yet. She hasn't gone through 8, a large dungeon, whereas Sigil already has. I think between Jess and Rick, the differential couldn't be any more than 5 minutes. But
Jess.
the Kanana key's being set up. Watch Jess.
Beautiful.
Right
Got the Kanana key.
0 keys.
Excellent job. We saw that earlier. Another one on the board for these runners. Love to see it. As there's the wooden boomerang
Go
here
get it, Jess.
in level 3, and Jess wants no part of that boomerang. So there you go.
$100 for Jess to pick that up.
If only. And there is another bonus cave for Sigil, and he's going to pick up the heart container. Up to 7 hearts now. We're still trying to find, this is going to be it, because it is not a triple segmented level 1. And there's the power bracelet.
All right, it's not in 6, it's in 1. Great find for Rick. He might be the first person to locate level 9.
Back to back, take any caves there for Sigil, up to 8 hearts. No, it was double hearts in level 6. So I believe that's going to mean, unless I'm mistaken, and there's always that possibility, I think there's a pretty darn good chance my hunch is going to be absolutely right about that magical key being a 9. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, there's a question in chat, and I mean, honestly, they want to know how much to make the runners go buy a hint. I don't know. What do you guys want to put it at? I mean, $25 per runner?
If you want, yeah. I mean, their rupees seem to be weighing them down. So
and they seem too wealthy for my tastes, honestly. And also, we are at $213.21 before that boomstick incentive is met. I know we can achieve that.
Something Dark World. Thank you, Sigil.
There we go. Sigil's going to go ahead and
buy some hints for us.
Buy those hints. Let's see what they say. Hey, another one. One more.
Why do you need the map? Just Google it.
And then speaking of maps, Jess just found a level 1 now. So Jess getting pretty close here. Gotta get the one in level 8, all the heart containers, and then of course level 9. I mean, level 9, I believe, is gonna have a heart container in there.
Rick having a lot of fun with Laz's favorite enemies.
Yes, the good old Dark Nuts. I mean, at least he's got the white sword, and it always helps when you find a clock.
Don't forget, $19.86. You can make any of our runners reset, and some of them are getting pretty close, you know, in terms of the Triforce count. It's looking pretty good, although we did meet that gotta have heart incentive, and a couple of our runners have a long way to go.
Right now, Jess and Rick are the 2 runners furthest along, 12 and 11 hearts respectively.
So while our runners are running around gathering hearts and the rest of these Triforces, I wanted to do a quick shout out to something else that Starlight does, which is very special, and that is their Starlight hospital gowns, which are really special hospital gowns that, I'm sure we've all worn hospital gowns, some of the most uncomfortable things that you can possibly be wearing. It's one of the most stressful experiences in a child's hospital journey, transitioning from, their personal clothes to hospital gowns. Only about 5% of pediatric patients say they're comfortable in traditional hospital gowns, which is basically no one. So kids feel a lot more comfortable and confident in the gowns that Starlight can provide. They tie down the side, and they have snaps that are easy for medical access, but they're really brightly colored, and they have fun designs, and they help to reduce the anxiety for kids. They have nice, fun character designs, can make them feel like superheroes. So every dollar you donate is going towards Starlight's mission, so keep them coming in, guys.
All right, thank you so very much. Keep those donations coming. We're getting very close to unlocking that boomstick incentive for that second seed, but the time might be running out because, again, Jess, Andy, getting close.
I'm really interested to see with Seed 2, we will have the sprites shuffled, but if we get the boomstick, I still feel like Seed 2 could be a pretty quick one.
I did a practice Seed 2 just to see if it wasn't too much. And I was in 9 with the Holy Grail item in less than 30 minutes, and I already had bow and silvers.
Are you?
So it can go fast.
Are you admitting that you pre-played the seed that you're also going to be taking part of next?
I did a practice of a random seed.
You wouldn't lie to us, would you? You're not really doing
No, I did a practice of a random seed because I was designing these.
All right, chat, let's push. I want to see this boomstick. Let's go.
It's super funny.
Found out that the door per penalties is 21 rupees. Now, just Andy, 1, 2, 3 in the rupee department here. Sigil having a Goma to try to take down here, waiting for that eyeball to open as Mercs gets the white sword out of level 4.
Lost, just trying to pick up mags at 13 hearts.
Oh, if that doesn't say game knows, I don't know what does, Malchior. So we need the maximum 14 hearts in order to pick up that magical sword, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jess Andy does not come back for that magical sword, depending on where the heck level 9 is. As Mercs gets the Triforce out of level 4, that's 5 on the board for Mercs.
That's so hilarious.
And between the rupee totals, the bomb cost, and the sword cost, what a weird seed.
Yeah, this has just definitely been all over the place. There have been a lot of good things, and there have been a lot of trolly things in this seed. The lack of keys, needing 14 hearts for magical sword. Luckily, combat really hasn't been an issue, and a big part of that's because we've got that red ring in level 2, and it didn't get stuck in level 9 as it tends to about 50% of the time. So the Recorder Lake here. Oh, we got buried treasure in Recorder Lake. That's a large secret in Recorder Lake. Love to see that.
The old man was trying to hide his retirement fund in there.
Oh, definitely, indeed.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
The animals.
We have not seen any of our runners have to be forced to reset in quite some time. So, folks, if you got your $19.86 queued up, let's go ahead and do that.
There it is, Lost.
Oh.
Level 9 on their start screen.
There you go. Wow.
Well, when we get to the end and they have to reset, it won't be nearly as costly because they're right there.
Well, I tell you what, Rick somehow survived that Blue Lamola fight and is going to end up getting that book right there. And hey, we got ourselves a donation.
Yeah, we too. Matthew or Lost, who's in the lead? Who's in the lead right now?
It's Jess.
It's definitely Jess. It's definitely Jess.
You know where it's gotta go. 1986 from Not So Artistic. Our friend Julia, thank you so much.
Well, no, level 9 is not next to the beach at start, so try again.
I'm telling Jess, you gotta reset and go back and buy those hints.
I think it's only right.
I agree. There's the Triforce pickup in level 3 for Rick. Rick currently in second place in that department with 6 Triforce pieces. And here's Jess now in level 8. Sigil gets a Triforce out of level 4. We are under $200 from the Boomstick Seed, folks, but time is running out. Just Andy getting close here. Keep those donations coming.
We got Jam Evil in the chat with $19 to 86 the run. I couldn't be happier with that. That is so
yes, good old Jam Eviler. Jam Eviler, who was the champion of our second Zelda randomizer tournament. So we welcome Jam Eviler here. And hey, that's a nice chest. Poppy, let's hear about this one.
Wow, our friend Silly Person came right on back and said no. $79.44. Reset them all.
Oh, you love to see it. And that puts us just under $114 away from the Boomstick Seed. And let's take a look at these hints. We got some Spice Girls action there in the first one.
I really, really want.
Little over $100.
Every I know this winners.
I remember that message from those old school arcade video games.
Old reset. Where you turn While you reset right now.
And we are getting very close to the 1 hour mark here in this seed here. And hey, we got another chest here. Boogie, what do we got?
We got 1986 from our friend Palm. It just says commentator's choice, but I think the commentators have got to make it the person who's in the lead. It doesn't make sense to do it any other way.
Yep, I think at this point, sorry, Jess, you're going to have to reset again.
Less than $100 to the Boomstick. This has been a fantastic race. Really enjoyable. Let's make that Boomstick happen.
So now it's just a matter of finding these heart containers and the Triforce. And I do believe that unless we've missed something, I think our count is 2 hearts here in level 8, and of course that magical boomerang, which just wants no part of it. So that means they're both going to be on the floor, these heart containers. That means there's going to be 1 heart container and the any key in level 9. Again, that's if my math is correct, which I'm pretty sure it is, but you know, there's one thing I always like to talk about when it comes to Legend of Zelda. It makes these people who are really good at math look stupid because, you know, trying to force a bond, you know, that 10 count, it's so easy to count to 10, but when we're trying to do it on the spot, it makes us look foolish.
$94.05 until we hit that Boomstick incentive, and I didn't have to do math. That was just on the screen for me.
Oh, there you go. When it's on the screen feel like that, of course it's going to be pretty easy. And we thank you all for keeping everybody in check here and keeping everybody honest. We all love you here.
I mean, it's 5 more resets. 5 more resets that you could level against the champ or anyone else. Take your pick.
I think the champ's taking enough punishment. We got to reach the end at some point.
That is very true.
5 more resets?
We could, 5 more resets, and we'll unlock Boomstick, and then
okay.
Second seed. Oh yes, no, I should be more clear, Malkio. I'm sorry. Although it would have kind of been funny
not
if you
on you, man. My
again.
brain is everywhere. Thought it was like all queued up and ready to go.
I mean, somebody ought to donate it now. Look, we already confused the comms. Just make it happen.
Oh, great job, Rick, getting the Dodongo bomb through the block and then getting the block click to pick up the bomb.
Yeah, that's not easy to do in that room. Yeah, that was excellently done there from Rick.
Oh, good dodge, Mercs. Oh, that screen below level 6 is horrifying.
In the randomizer, it most certainly is, especially when it's Lionel's or Wizrobes or Dark
Or Lionel's and Wizrobes. Watch this.
Oh, expertly dodged there from Mercs. Incredible.
The Hobbit sprite really seemed like it played a role there. You know, really good on dodging.
Yeah, he put his cloak on, and then they couldn't even see him.
By the way, did you guys know that Starlight does toy deliveries?
Let's hear about it.
Starlight Toy Deliveries. They've got toys, books, games, crafting materials. It's all hospital approved, brand new, and it meets the strict safety and infection control standards of the hospitals. Kids can, of course, they use the toys to express their emotions, calms their anxious hearts, makes them feel more secure, and imaginative play with toys, and the staff can help them kind of work through everything they're going through, learn about their procedures. So every dollar that you donate, these are the kind of things that Starlight is able to do with those contributions.
That is. Yeah, just a little under $100 left to stick on the boomstick to our Holy Grail Sprite Shuffle Steed. And I hope the Grail item is just the book that we start with, because we need to go quickly.
That would be nice. Yes, indeed. We are going to try to pick up the pace here when we get to seed number 2. Jess and will give those.
Did y'all just notice that? Y'all see that?
Yes, folks. Give us the good news here,
gosh.
Poppy.
All right, it's running across the screen with one of my favorites, the pink-haired Link, Neobari, with $102.34, and says, "Who wants to math?" I went to school for the English language, so don't look at me. But I do think 102.34. Not only did we meet our boomstick, thank you so much for that donation. I'd say reset them all, run them.
Well, somebody's going to get a second reset here because Midna has just hit us with another donation. What do we got this time?
We got Dwaya coming in with another $19.86. I just want to thank everybody so much for all of the generosity. We just hit all of our extended goals for the runners and for the seeds. I couldn't be more excited to see what's about to happen next. As Malchior is going to get everybody reset once, and then Malchior, you go ahead and keep this one in the tank. When you see somebody getting just a little bit too ahead of themselves, you can drop that last one.
Thank you so very much for the generosity here during this segment. We really do appreciate all the donations here.
Oh, Sigil took an old-fashioned reset using the Wallmaster.
Oh, now that is using their head right there. I love that heads-up play. You know, speaking of heads-up plays, take a look all of a sudden at the Triforce count on Rick's side. He now has 7 Triforce pieces as well, so he's not all that far behind just Andy. All of a sudden become kind of a close race. Love to see that.
Yeah. Check it out.
Oh, we see a mugger room on Adirondack Rick's side. Pay one of your hearts. Well, we can't be paying hearts. Not in this particular situation. Or 2 keys, where keys are at a premium. Hey, at least it ain't 5 keys like I see a lot when it's keys.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about how muggers could affect us if we go.
Yes.
Yes. Oh Lord. Oh no.
The Inkbot for 6, I don't even know what to make of it. It looks like I don't know, some kind of aggressive piranha plant about to eat half a Goomba. I don't know.
I see a Knight's helmet for 6. The eye slits on the right side and the mouth.
Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, I like that.
I'll tell you what I see. That is Mother Brain, and down there is Samus Aran.
It's Mother Brain.
It's got a few more pixels than I'm used to seeing for original Metroid, but yeah, I see it.
She got balked.
All right, Malchior, we've got one more of those 1986s left in the tank from that last donation. I'd say deploy that at will.
I'm probably going to give it to Sigil. He's been a good sport. I think he's had the fewest amount of resets. So I'm going to send that on Sigil's way.
There's $19.86 from Threech. Thank you so much. Says, did you know that the NES has a manual Alt F4 button on it? You're supposed to hold reset when you press it.
Yeah. This is great because Sigil was one room away from his Triforce, and it's like, please rewalt this dungeon and go back through that segment there. Thank you.
Absolutely sick.
Those are the kind of resets we're looking for, when they're right next to what they're looking for.
You know, we've had a lot of generosity this segment. I'm so happy with everyone. Thank you so much for everything you've donated. Earlier in the seed, we blew past the last 2 handhelds that we funded, and we are now within a few $100s of the next handhelds being funded. So if you've got some more in the tank, you got some more 1986s to bestow upon our runners, go ahead and get those in. Thank you so much.
I'm trying to do math.
Absolutely wonderful.
1,600 times whatever equals. Oh, it's right there. Okay, 750 to our next handheld. Sweet.
That's a lot of resets. How many? Maybe Loz wants to tell us. Maybe Loz. How many resets is that, Loz? Go ahead and do that math live.
You want me to do that math live? So we need to get to what, $12,800? Is that right? So that's about that's about 38, I'd say. 38.
38.
I'm hoping I'm close with like within one, but I believe that's 38 resets if we want to get to 12,800.
We'll have them just press their power button over and over again.
Yes, exactly.
Jess is just looking for her final item in this.
She found it. It was the heart on the floor. She now has everything she needs to go into level 9 because we know by process of elimination, because we found everything else. We now know by process of elimination that final heart container and the any key are both in level 9.
Most useful place for the any key to be. Just the last place you need it. As our runners are closing this seed out, don't forget you can follow Zelda, all of our social media at Zeldathon on Twitter or X, the everything app, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, or Blue Sky at Zeldathon.com. Plus, you can subscribe to our YouTube, youtube.com/Zeldathon. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. So Jess just picked up the final Triforce piece. She is now eligible to go into level 9. So she is going to have some tasks to do in level 9. She's going to have to find the roar. She's going to have to find the door. And she's going to have to find that 16th and final heart container.
I love the music of 9.
All right, so
and Jess did a fun little continue fairy trick. We are hearing that sound continually tick up because she uppaid as she was talking to the fairy, so she can have full hearts into this 9.
That ink blot in level 9. I can't quite make out the character, but it definitely looks like one of those 8-bit characters. Kind of looks like Qbert.
Yeah, maybe Qbert, or I mean, to me, that's a Tamagotchi. That's a baby Tamagotchi right there.
I'll accept that answer. I'll accept that answer.
Laws, walk us through what we're looking for in this 9.
Okay, so of course we talked about the roar and the door. So the situation is, Jess, if we hear the roar of Ganon, then Ganon is going to be one room away from where she currently is in any cardinal direction. But what we're also looking for is a room with a single shutter door. If we full clear that room right now, and that single shutter door does not open, we have found the location of the kidnapped. Now, the opposite will hold true once we take down Ganon. Then we're going to be looking for a room that has just a single shutter door that automatically opens, and that's where the kidnapped will be.
Yes, also, the quality of life change will have the roar text appear where the LIFE text currently is. So we'll know immediately where Ganon is. We don't have any clip roar nonsense anymore.
There you go, because a lot of times us commentators would like to keep the streams muted so that the audio doesn't blend into our mics.
Yeah. Is it possible that Zelda blocks the heart? In all honesty, that is a very, very rare possibility. But I had someone play this seed ahead of time, and they didn't tell me that's what happened. So I'm gonna cross my fingers.
And I know what they're talking about is that you have to get around Zelda to get to that second item. I mean, that room cannot have it.
It's also possible for Zelda to 100% block a non-required item. If you don't need the staircase in 9, she can block it.
There you go.
And technically hearts wouldn't be required, except we're crazy.
Oh, of course we are crazy indeed. Mercs just picked up the power bracelet here in level 1. So it's just a matter of finding these items here because we talked about that they're going to be behind 2 staircases. But in addition, we have 6 sets of transport staircases sprinkled into this big level 9 here.
Also, I do want to say the hearts are required because of the generous donations to Starlight, and also because we thought that up and thought, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. I voted for Haganima, which we'll see in Link to the Past.
And if anyone wants to make this race a little closer, a 1986 will make Jess Andy reset, so other runners have time to catch up.
And we got a spiral staircase that's not exactly easy to get because look at what's guarding it, a whole bunch of orange dark nuts.
So much.
I'd love to see that fight a second time, wouldn't you?
Oh, certainly indeed. All right, let's take a look at the staircase. It's a transport, which she will take, cross it off the board. That's the thing about level 9 is, do you map your level 9s or do you not map your level 9s? And do we have what we like to call these stealth staircases where it's just a dead end and you've got this trolley Patra? Nope, we're able to bomb out of that room, so no such luck here. Possible push block room here, this reverse C, the famous reverse C.
Yeah, Jess is taking the tried and true strat of C staircase, take staircase, since I need both items out of here anyway.
Indeed. So now we're going to see if we can push this block or not, and it looks like not. It looks like it's a red herring. There's a Triforce for Sigil. Sigil only needs one more Triforce piece, and they'll be gaining access to level 9, and if you kind of think about it, Sigil's closer to it than Rick is. However, Rick now has the requisite heart containers to go into level 9 right now. So yeah, Rick, we call level 9 the great equalizer. We call it that because level 9 tends to give us some of the greatest comebacks we've had in tournament play. Maybe we have such situation happen to us here at Zeldathon.
It's entirely possible. Sigil has a lot of heart containers to still acquire, but
Indeed.
He is nearing his Triforce count.
Got ourselves another Lubus on screen.
Yes.
See that real quick.
I'd love to see it.
You know, last night during one of the segments, we actually did get to Boobus, which if you don't know what that is, just, get your old school calculator out. Y'all got a TI-83 lying around, don't lie to me. And, just type in that 800815. You'll know where we are. We got that last night, and we did manage.
Yeah, someone did give me the full context of that.
We saved our special donation page, which I think many people go to more than zeldathon.com/donate, which is, of course, boob.city.
I had a TI-83 Plus, so yep, I can definitely attest to making either crazy messages or heck, even programming like games onto TI-83 Pluses. I remember those days. Those were the good old days of high school.
So I actually did have an extremely not playable version of LADX on my TI-83, and it was foul. It was unplayable.
Oh, I can imagine.
Surprised that even existed.
Yep.
Somebody had a lot of time in geometry class is all I can figure. Me, for example.
Rick is going to be entering 9 shortly. He'll only have one key to do it.
Yeah, that could be a factor as well. Resource management is a big deal. And there's the final heart container for Jess Andy. So now she just has to find the roar and the door. And she is going to be the winner of this first seed here at Zeldathon.
I'd say if there was a 1986. 1986.
That is true. If you want to stop Jess's progress, you got to get those 1986s in.
This is the time. This is your chance. This could end at any moment.
1986 to stop Jess. She can't just keep winning.
You mean like the Los Angeles Dodgers? I had to throw it in. Sorry, but not sorry.
Honestly, I'm just so happy. I've been waiting for quite some time to share the mic with my friend Laz, but it is interesting because I'm a Reds fan and Laz is a Cards fan, and it's it's nice to have peace in our time, even despite this.
It really is, and I'll tell you what, we were talking about this before the show. We were talking about how we met some of the people. DK, who's also part of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer community, is also a Reds fan.
We also have JP, the Brewers fan, I believe.
Yes, we do.
Yes, that's correct.
It's nice to know there's a little bit of baseball representation. There's probably about 4, maybe even 5
Is Gannon over here in this nubbin? Is he literally just over here in the nubbin?
Oh, there we go. We got these Blue Land Molesteel. He very well could be behind this door. Let's take a look if that room dims. All right, folks. Here's Gannon.
Also, Stone in chat said I thought it was like card games.
All right,
I did too
it hits with the white sword. That's what we need, and we got to watch out for those Hyrule drivers. But luckily, we got the red ring, so it's only going to cost us 1 heart instead of 4. But this is not a pleasant room to do a fight. Trying to get a stun lock is difficult in this minus room, or the bracket room is another room that we like to call it. just not able to get that stun lock, but plenty of health. So again, should be in good shape to take down Ganon here.
Unless somebody did 1986.
Oh my gosh, he's offset.
Uh-oh, and I see a donation. I see a donation.
1986. That's a 1986.
Now, before you pick it up.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
She got it in time, but
that was a close call.
Big thank you to Stone for the 1986. Thank you, Stone.
I tried. I wasn't quick enough. Or maybe she was just too quick at the kill.
Sure. Here in the race chat saying delay. Yeah, I bet.
So we're looking for that single shutter door room that's going to automatically open, and Jess will be the winner here. And we're almost at the 80-minute mark here in the seed. So we're getting very close here. So Jess Andy is about to hit the finish line.
Not normally this long with most of your average races, but I don't think there's anything unusual about this perfectly average race. No more, no less.
No, this is a time that I think you would typically see.
115-120 is still like an average finish. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not everything could be a jet seat. I mean, we were blessed with the fact that the dungeon combat was tame because, a lot of the baddies were in the overworld, especially those whiz robes.
We were blessed by all of our donators to get every heart container in the game. So thank you all very much for donating to SCF.
Oh, that's another donation, Poppy. What do we got?
Got ourselves 1986. Just says, please reset Jess from Vectron.
Oh, Jess gonna have to reset again. So that's gonna enable Rick to potentially catch up. Now he still has to find that heart container behind that staircase. And of course, his key situation is bad because look at that number. It's 0. I mean, he's got to hope that he finds that any key or hope that he finds a workaround where he doesn't need keys. Well, there goes the Patra, but that's a transport.
We're going to see if Jess gets one more reset in before finding the door.
That's a reset. Yep. So
this is your chance. Just keep the chain of resets coming. If you put Jess in the chat, we're going to do Jess.
There you go.
Put Jess in the donation.
No.
Yeah, Rick, Rick is definitely in there. He's closing in on that heart container.
You control the end of this race. This is perfectly within your power.
It most certainly is. Donate now.
And of course, Jess is going to say there's a delay, so don't wait. Don't wait.
She seems to know the quadrant she wants to get to. She's seen 90% of this 9. I'm thinking Zelda's like in the far northeast.
Yep. And that's why Zelda is the hide and seek champion. And I've been saying this for years. Nope, that's a double shutter room. That is not going to do it. It has to be a single shutter door room.
Also, when Jess rescues the kidnapped, pay close attention.
Absolutely. Nope, that ain't
it's
it.
not the one.
Now, how do we get there? Could it potentially be a magical staircase situation?
I'm just like watching the donation bar, just like finger on the trigger, ready to go.
There's a shutter door. No!
Oh, no, but
that's not it.
The other nubbin. Far east side. It's gonna be that other nubbin.
Well, she's heading to the east right now here. Time is running out. If you want to stop Jess from being the champion, you got to get those 1986 donations in.
Rick making his way through on 9, but also Sigil only has one piece before heading over to 9.
Yeah, that's the part right there, the one that's at Recorder Lake. So all of a sudden Sigil's in this ball game.
Jess has seen the nubbin. She was heading up to shit the corner. She's like, wait a sec,
Sigil does not know where level 9 is, but instead, hey, it's not a docking fee. At least we got a blue ring shop there. You don't see shops there very often. Nope, that is still not where the kidnapped is on Jess' side. We got to keep on looking here.
In 1986, you can change the race. You can change the world. You can change the lives of children in hospitals through Starlight right now. Don't forget the cause. This is a classic twofer. You can change the race, change life for kids.
Oh, definitely indeed. Oh, we got Patra Wayne in the way because this could potentially be a magical staircase situation. And look at how much of this level 9 that Jess has explored already. You've seen the pause screen on that map. There is a room. There's somewhere in there. That little nook and cranny. That's where the kidnapped is. Telling you, classic Zelda hide and seek champion right here.
If it's a magic staircase just to get somewhere in the middle, this is wild.
Oh, absolutely.
All of our runners now have all 8 Triforces, just cleaning up of the where are my heart containers.
Boogie, you got something to tell us?
Yeah, no, unfortunately, it looks like some of the names are not coming through on all of these. We did get 1986 on this donation. It says, I just want to tell you all but Jess, good luck. We're all counting on you.
Oh, that means Jess gonna have to reset again. And Rick has just found the any key here in level 9. So somebody has found the magical key. So he no longer has to worry about
Let's see if she does it in the room. That's it. That's Zelda right there.
Justice Sigil's getting a 9 too.
Yeah.
There it is. Adjust.
There it is. And because Jess is playing the reset came right in time, so she knows where to go, but has to do it again. So if you want to stop her, you got to get those 1986s in. But yes, you may have noticed that we're not rescuing Zelda this time. Because she's playing as the princess, we're rescuing Link.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Thank you for that donation.
Rick has found
How about
Ganon.
another?
Ooh, so Rick is right here. So the Ganon fight, we need to get 8 hits on that white sword. Let's see. Oh, he's got a stun lock. Oh, he had a stun lock, but lost it, unfortunately. His health is looking good. Oh, a couple more hits left to go here. Watch out for those high roll drivers. He's going to lose a heart every time that happens. And there's no potions, but down goes Ganon. And we've got Bacon and the Triforce of Power. But I think the clock might be striking midnight. Yep.
Jess is booking it before the next 1986.
This is your last chance. This is your last
chance to stop Jess and maybe give it to Rick.
Or you could reset Rick, which also would be kind of funny.
Well, that would be funny as well. All right, there it is. There it is. Get your GGs out for Jess Andy. She is the winner of Seed 1 in the Zelda Randomizer Community Showcase here on the Zeldathon Retro Rodeo. What a finish there.
Absolutely amazing. We're gonna go straight into it. We only have about 40 minutes left. We definitely want to see the second seed. You all were so generous in your donations to get us the Sprite Shuffle and also the Boomstick. So we're gonna go straight into the next seed here. We'll transition over to some conversation on some of our incentives here. Let me grab my slideshow. I'm really prepared. Can you tell? All right, so while we're doing some setup here, I don't know if it actually worked or not. All right, so from the top here, let's see. It doesn't look like my slideshow buttons are working, but I'll try another one. Oh, it did work. It did work. I just didn't.
Rick did finish as well. Jess's finish time 1:24:33. Rick's finish time 1:25:48. As soon as he gets past these start nuts.
All right, so from the top, we have our merch. Gonna plug this again real quick. We've got it over at zeldathon.com/store. 25% every sale directly to Starlight Children's Foundation. We got shirts, we got blankets, we got water bottles, we got mugs, posters, notebooks, and stickers. Check it all out. zeldathon.com/store. tantrummerch.com/Zeldathon. And we've got Dayumi, Daniel Alba, and Six Thank for a lot of the amazing designs specifically for this event. I was there watching as they were putting all that together. It was very, very cool to see. I also want to talk about our grand prize. Did not get to mention the grand prize during this. Actually, find it here. Okay, so throughout this event, and some of you have already been there, some of you have already done this, but if you have a cumulative donation of $50 or more, you're going to be entered into the grand prize giveaway. And included in that grand prize giveaway is some really incredible stuff. We've got a SNES Classic, which I'm pretty sure Nintendo made about 60 60 of them, and then was like, yeah, that's probably enough. That's probably as many as will sell. And so, they're kind of hard to come by. They're a little bit expensive. So getting yourself in for that giveaway is, honestly, it's an amazing opportunity. We also have the Nintendo Super Mario Retro Gamer Collector Box by Culturefly. It's got 7 pieces of officially licensed merch inside. We've got the Bowser beanie. There's a throw blanket, foldable overnight bag. Got ourselves a pint glass, sliding pin, coasters, and decals. We also have the extremely cool Lego Game Boy building kit. I actually got a chance to see that in person. It's been tough for me to locate one. It is very cool, along with the gold Zelda 1 cartridge can koozie and a NES controller belt buckle. Now, if you're heading down to the rodeo and you show up with a NES controller belt buckle, that's it. You're now the king cowboy. You're now the king cowgirl, or whatever the non-binary version of cowboy or cowgirl is. If you need any more info on that, go to zeldathon.com/prizes and go ahead and get your $50 donation in on that. And we've been talking about it this whole time, but Starlight, it cannot be said enough the good that Starlight does. Their mission is to deliver happiness to seriously ill children and their families. They're America's broadest reaching charity. We talked earlier about how they support over 800 children's hospitals and facilities around the U.S. And they can prioritize delivering programs to the kids in the greatest need. And in 2024, they had a 46% rate of hospitals and medical facilities being impacted in medically underserved and vulnerable populations. Donate to Starlight. You can donate confidently. For 8 consecutive years, they've received a 4-star rating from Charity Navigator. That's the highest rating that a charity can receive with Charity Navigator. And I have to say, from a personal level, I'm a really big believer in Starlight's mission. Some of you know that in my own childhood, I spent a lot of time in hospitals. By the time I was 13 years old, I'd already had 9 general anesthesia surgeries, and I'd been through an awful lot between all of that and in the hospital. A great deal. And I have to say that there was a moment when all of a sudden N64 PlayStations, not PlayStations, that's funny, but N64 stations started showing up in the hospital when I was there. And I can't tell you the difference that made, because the only thing that you have as a kid is you're staring at those colored lines in the tile floor, and you're on your way to another blood draw, another this, another. Very frightening. So having that normalcy, right, that very nice kind of like reminder of the outside world there. I'm just such a big believer in everything that Starlight is doing. And it kind of plays into it. The power of play. Starlight believes that it's an essential part of care for children because it normalizes their life there in the hospital setting, and it makes it less stressful. And I know from personal experience about that. And it it helps because play is how kids learn. Through play they can rehearse, they can prepare for what's coming next, and make it a lot less stressful for them. Build their confidence, make them happier, make them feel more in control. So all right, that's what I have to say about that. Please continue your donations, and thank you so much for the generosity as you've donated. And honestly, I watching the donations come in, it was so cool, and it was so much fun to see everything get unlocked, right? Like to unlock all of the stuff, to the money that came in ahead of the segment to select the sprites and the colors, and then everything that you all were able to fund during all of that time to unlock the boomstick, to unlock the sprite shuffle, everything that we are about to see here in this next section. So thank you so much for that. There is something else here. If I this one to load. So coming up here, not too long from now, July 19th to 25th, we are going to have our next mainline Zeldathon event. It's Zeldathon Super Zeldathon. I always get that backwards. If you have not seen the little trailer that we put together at the end of Mythos to announce Super Zeldathon, it's very short, but it's honestly so cool. And for those of you who grew up playing your NES and your SNES especially, it's got that special something to it. It's very nostalgic, and I'm very much looking forward to that at the next event. Returning over here to merch, one other thing I did want to point out is we do have an event exclusive shirt by Dayumi, the Yeehaw Squad. It's got some characters that you may or may not recognize from several of the games that were played throughout this event. I love this shirt. I think it's so cool. And, don't forget that when you're purchasing through Tantrum, 25% of every single purchase goes directly to Starlight. So, all right, let me check in on our runners here. Let me see. I've been check in. All right, coming back up here on the charity link. Yes, no, Basunify points this out in chat, and I did this here. I don't know when I was going to do it. This is the only this is the only Zelda here at the Zeldathon side quest, which is so funny. I think that might have been Clinkit, actually. That's very funny, which I thought was really cool. And I was so happy and so honored. I've been watching Zelda 1 Randomizer for quite some time here. There was actually a time in I'd actually been laid off after about 7.5 years from a job, and watching Zelda 1 Randomizer the entire kind of like summer after that really gave me something to kind of help normalize my own life. So I'm such a big fan of this community, such a big fan of this group, and I was so happy to see so many familiar names and faces in the chat coming in and donating just such an amazing amount of money for Starlight and to unlock all of this. I said it before, but it means a lot to me. So for those of you in the chat, sound off in the chat, throw your emotes in the chat. If you happen to have monkey because of Fred, throw those in the chat. Just a big shout out to everybody who is here in the chat right now from the Z1, who all showed up and really showed out with all of the donations, and could not be happier about it. Okay, I'm watching the background. Looks like I think we might be there. Checking in with Julia now. All right, let's take the shirt off the screen. Julia, you say the word. All right. Let's pass it back over to our commentators. It is time for the second seed. You paid for Boomstick. You paid for Sprite Shuffle. Let's make this happen. I believe Mercs, Rick, can you guys can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, fire it up. It's all you.
Rick, you there?
It does help if you hit a certain button on Discord in order to be able to have the audio that you're saying out of your lips transmit over the airwaves. I think we're in for a little bit of craziness. You all chipped in really well. Mercs, we all enjoyed chat interacting and causing you and me grief in that first seed, right?
Oh yeah, I was playing way different than I would normally play and saving extremely a lot trying to outsmart chat. So it's probably why I didn't win. But
I tried to rush so fast to the dungeon so that the up and A didn't have to send me all the way back to the forest.
I was doing that too.
It was honestly a lot of fun watching as everyone was. We were being incredibly strategic about when those 1986s were deployed.
Hey, we're underway.
Now it's your turn.
We're underway at this one. Well, while we're talking about the previous thing, this whole thing got started. So we got Sprite Shuffle. We got various other things going on. It's going to be a lot of interesting things to see how people adjust to this. So I guess let's figure out what this Sprite Shuffle stuff is all about,
I have the diagram up on the screen, but I've run Sprite Shuffle like once or twice, and I'm not very good at it. So this is going to be entertaining just on a comm sense. and me trying to decode. So you're going to carry a lot of this, Rick. I'm telling you right now.
Well, we can tell you that Sigil unfortunately took a little bit of a death. By the way, we do want to point out that the 16 heart gotta have heart incentive was for the first seed. We don't have that going on here. We see a blue ring in the shop that Jess Sandy was at, 1Q6.
So we do have. She does have a sword, though. At least that's correct. At least right now.
I do want to jump in and say that we do still have the 1986 for up A going.
Yes, we do. Yeah, so make sure you get those in.
Yeah, good. Make them reset a lot like us, because
yes. You know, they made us do it a whole lot. So yeah, we got the sword right here at the very beginning, which is going to allow us to start moving this thing along. This thing's got boomstick. We got level 7 over on Sausage Link's side. Welcoming our 2 new runners, by the way, Melchior, who's been barking at us all throughout.
He did a great job, though.
Yeah, I know. Every time I saw Melchior typing, it was like, please don't say reset to me. Please don't.
Rick's usually the one yelling at us. This time it was Mal, so it was a little different in that sense.
There was a certain level of pleasure that Malchior was taking in the resets, I'm not going to lie.
And as you can see on Malchior's screen, he's shooting out swords instead of beams. So that's you're going to see a lot of weird, different, bright things happening here. It looked like he was from sideways anyway.
I don't know where Jess Sandy found level 8, but I just know she found level 8 somewhere. And don't worry, we'll have, that looks like a heart there on the coast. So we can mark a heart off for the coast item.
Yeah, she is, yeah, I see it on Jess's screen too. The sword like comes out like sideways.
Alright, level 3 over in the woods as well.
That's probably a good place to start. That level 3 is not too small, but not too gigantic either.
Okay, so one of the things we got to remind everyone is that level 9 is not going to be unlocked by the 8 Triforces like they were in the first seed. So the battle is going to be to find where level 9 is and find out what the special item is that's going to get us into that level.
Correct.
We got $3 that just came in, by the way, from Tesla Buster. That puts us just a little under $1,700 from the next 2 game stations for Starlight to be funded. I know that we've raised a ton in this segment already, but I think with some more 1986s, we can get even closer to that number. Back to you guys.
I agree with that. Let's make it happen. By the way, Boomstick is on Mercs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we usually don't play typically with Boomstick too often, but it is a fun. It makes the seeds go fast, and for anybody that doesn't know what it is. It basically your beam becomes a bomb when it lands, so you can open up walls and just do a lot of damage fast.
Oh, the vinyl beam prevents Melchior from getting the Kananaki.
Good, that's for all those resets he was giving us.
I know.
But I was gonna
remember. Melchior was the one who was directing us all to reset. So please remember that when you're instructing your $19.86, please.
I think if someone sends in anything of 1986 without a name, I know who I think we should put it towards.
I like the way you think.
And I was just gonna say, just to kind of. Say a little bit more of what you were talking about with level 9. That's Holy Grail for anybody not familiar with that flag. Kind of a more obscure one. It's fun. We don't play it that often, but again, another one that'll just speed this up.
By the way, did I see a bait block?
I didn't catch the bait block.
I saw double meat, so who knows?
Well, I guess we'll find out as we move along through this seed.
Yeah, and I would say me and Rick are both good at comms and do comms pretty often, both of us, or enough at least, and this is hard. This is just hard looking at it.
It's more chaotic than anything else, just because of how wild things started off around here.
We do have Opno in the chat saying that there was a bait block top part of level 3.
Yeah, nice. I like that. All right, so Sausage Links grabs the double book. That is our Triforce. Where do you think level 9 is going to be, Mercs?
Bottom right coast.
Getting a word from our one of our help behind the scenes that it's only $19.86 to get to 12.8K. Let's get there.
Sausage Link's picking up something. I didn't see what that was.
That
Candle.
would be the bow.
Okay, so yeah, it's a brown candle that is the bow.
The bow is in level 8.
And something else. I just saw Sigil pick up something. It was a...
Melchior just picked up bait.
Sigil picked up a medicine. What is the medicine right now?
Well, I believe the medicine here on the B button is going to be your wand.
Okay, he picked up wand. Yeah, that makes sense. So boomstick activated.
Yes, indeed.
And I think that boomstick is Armor's item, so let the chaos begin. I didn't catch that earlier. Anybody tracking also, have fun with this, because...
Yeah, let's give a big shout out to Crump right now behind the scenes, trying to sort out all this chaos while Mercs and I try to get it sorted out on the air.
I know she was really thrilled about tracking this scene. She told me yesterday, so...
Well, I would say, listen, the level of chaos. I would say your mileage may vary in terms of the ability to track on. Everything is just so chaotic.
Just listen to chat. That's what we usually tell new trackers, and when it's a little chaotic like this, especially with 4 people. It's hard enough with 2 with something like this, let alone 4.
Oh, level 1 was found on Melchior's side with Wizrobes inside, which when you have Boomstick, they become quite less menacing, I guess.
Yeah, they're a lot easier, definitely with Boomstick on, for sure.
Sprite Shuffle doesn't change certain things. Like, as you notice, the keys are always still keys.
Is anyone else worried about the fact that our tracker's in chat right now saying, I have no idea what is what? I think this is a universally shared experience.
Yes.
Hey, we picked up something. Oh, that is something.
Sigil got a triangle out of 3.
Just Andy picked something up. A blue book. Oh. I don't know.
A blue book.
While our runners are going through here, and again, we're all just sort of staring at the Sprite Shuffle. Thank you so much for funding that, along with the Boomstick. We really would like a few more 1986s to come through if we can. Listen, Melchior had unmitigated glee about the chaos he was causing in that first segment with the 1986 donations. It was frankly foul. It was overwhelming, and I think that listen, turnabout is fair play. Let's get those 1986s in.
Mal just picked up a red book that time. Yeah, I mean, come on. We all want to reset our Wire Friend Mal's game right now. Somebody's got to donate 1986 and give him one. But jokes aside, Mal did a lot to get this put together. I know.
Yeah, this is he's definitely run with this. That's the reason why I would like to make it so that he sees the fruit of his labor. So get him in. Let's go.
Yeah, I have to say we were all pulling this together. I was working with who we all got the pleasure of listening to in the last segment, and we connected with Melchior, and Melchior kind of helped us to connect to everyone else to put this segment together. So, I'd love to make his run much harder, but also a big thank you to everybody in the Z1R community who made this little dream kind of come together and have some Zelda at Zeldathon.
The book is the map.
The book is the map. Okay.
I mean, the book usually is an atlas, so this time around it's just a single map.
That actually makes sense.
It makes sense, yes.
And we're gonna get an item here in Mal's staircase, looks like.
It is a heart container.
Double meats. We have the meats, but it's just a heart.
It's Delicious. I'll go get some Arby's right away.
Hey, level 2 found for Jess Sandy.
Got something coming through right now. We got $25 from our friend Laws. And Laws says, I say the ink blot for level 1 looks like Mario or Luigi with those trays in Yoshi. And let's reset my commentator partner, Malchior. Have fun, everyone. Thank you, Laws. Rick in the chat, Malchior, all caps, reset.
Go ahead, Mal. We're waiting.
Yeah, well, we gotta wait the delay out.
I know.
I mean, I will say this: Jess Andy definitely stretched things to the level of believability in terms of delay on the first one. A couple of times the reset came before Jess, and it was like, yeah, sorry, there was a delay for 2.5 minutes.
Delay.
Yeah, it was very much like a cough delay.
Yeah, when she wrote delay at one point, like late in the scene, and I was doing the shaking hand gif, like the mad angry shaking hand gif at the screen when she wrote that.
We were actually pulling pretty hard here to try and get some 1986s to slow Jess Andy down, and I will say Rick, we're able to make incredible strides in catching up. I think if we'd had maybe 1 or 2 more resets, I think we actually would have been the winner.
One more, because I was only 4 rooms away, and I just found the heart when she finished.
It was really, really close. I mean, the chat and the donators tried. They did.
As a person that plays just much more often than Rick, I was pulling for Rick, so.
I'll take the fact that I was actually in level 9 when Jess Andy finished. I'll definitely take it.
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, I just think it's hard for people to, you don't want to watch the champ win again, do you? I mean, I guess.
I mean, that's the way a lot of, equate this to a crowd control. If you do a race with a crowd control, usually chat's going to try to stop you from finishing.
I'm telling you, I was saving like literally across the map because I was like, if I lose this, I'm not marking everything and I will forget where stuff was.
We got a recorder, which is not a recorder. It is not the ability for Just Andy to do the kazoo. That takes some place on the menu.
Oh. We have a reset.
Yeah, we have a reset on the tracker. This is where I think we turned it over to Poppy.
Yep, we've got ourselves a reset. I think you can pick whoever you want, Malcu, to do the reset from our $19 donation from Julia Not So Artistic. Thank you so much.
As I put in chat, Poppy says hi and reset.
I say both of those things.
And so as much as I'd like to keep resetting Mal, we should reset just for winning too, right? I mean...
Well, yeah, but let's get a little bit of pleasure out of what Melchior did to us first, then we'll concentrate our efforts on the champ.
I don't want to double win though, right? I mean, let's be fair about that too.
I don't either, but we don't know what we need to get into level 9 yet because we haven't found it.
That's true. I too think that it is the chance to do the funniest thing and just make him Malchior. I mean, we have the chance.
That is pretty good.
Any key, by the way, was the white sword item. Thank you so much, Crump.
Heart on the coast, double meats.
I also just want to say, we did pass. I mean, without me even knowing, this has been such a hype segment. We did blow right past the 12K mark. I'm
that's awesome.
So excited by how much that we've done. And also, I just want to say, while we're running through here, I want to give a big thank you to everybody. Not just on the Z1R side, because so many cool people helping on the Z1R side, but also to pull this. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just realized, thanks to Chad, that it was the recorder is our holy grail item. The holy grail is the recorder. Thank you. Back to you, Poppy.
Absolutely. I along with the amazing folks over in Z, really showed up today and made this such an amazing segment. A lot of work went in on the Zeldathon side too, and I would be remiss if I did not mention that, because there was a lot of tech to make everything happen for the race with everything else. We had our friends Legos Jedi, Inclement, we've got Arrow, Julia, not so artistic, who really did yeoman's work to keep me in line, especially, and help us all to get here and be successful. We got Hop Hop, we got our good friend Clinket, and of course one of my personal faves, RC Real Colors. So just such a big shout out to everybody who helped make this segment what it was on all sides. I'm so grateful. So anyway, back to you guys.
And while we're shouting out people, I do want to shout out Kimmy and Regenwife for helping us out in the back end for this as well. So thank you so much. Mercs?
I was just going to say it's for a good cause,
Yeah, absolutely.
To quote Old Dirty, Z1R love the kids, or something like along those lines.
Listen, let's reset Malchior again. All right, somebody give me 1986. We've gone too long. I need a reset on Malchior, please. Someone 1986. First time I ever heard Malchior run in a race, I thought, now there's a guy I'd like to reset.
And now here's your chance. And all goes to a great charity. Who is this benefiting?
Starlight. Oh, sorry, I was actually unmuted the whole time. Of course, the Starlight Children's Foundation. We've been talking about them all segment here, but again, I'm so happy for us to be raising money for them so that they can help all the seriously ill children and their families to have just a better experience, better quality of life while they're in the hospital. So again, every penny goes towards that. So please keep them coming. I am not on my phone right now going to donate.zeldathon.com, but if I was on my phone right now, if you've never done this before, I'm going to give some instruction on how to do this. So everybody just grab your phone or grab your computer, open a tab, and we're going to go to donate.zeldathon.com. It's going to ask you for your username, and you could just put anything. So you could put, for example, you could put reset Malchior as your name, put $19.86 in there. A comment of something like reset Malchior. That's a good comment. Let's go ahead and put that in there. All right, and then when you go to the next page, you're gonna have a character. You can pick just any of them. I mean, there's so many now. I'm gonna go Ditto Indraflu, and I just passed 100 hours on Pokopia last night. Don't at me. And we'll click in. I prefer PayPal, but you can just use a Stripe checkout with your credit cards. Lots of different options. And I'm going to drop that 1986 right there. And you should see Ditto and Drifloon come across the screen any second now for this here. Let's see. Okay. All right. I'm seeing a donation. Donation is coming through right now from... Oh my God. It's from Reset Malchior. That's 1986 from Reset Malchior with just the message... Reset Malchior. So I guess we'll have to do that now.
Gus was just in 9 also.
Rick just posted in the chat, Malchior. Reset Malchior.
I think the other three are going to start wondering why that Malchior is getting soloed here.
I'm pretty sure I saw Jess pick up 2 double red wands. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure I saw that like 3 minutes ago.
We have no idea where this recorder is. I'd like to stop somebody from getting it, at least for a few moments. We do need to get to an end at this at some point, but
we do. I mean, we have about 10, 12, I would say, minutes left to go ahead and finish this race out. So hopefully that boomstick carries it through. All right, looks like... Here's a donation from Reset Malchior, $19.86. Quote, did I do it right? Yes, you did. You did a great job. That's so good. All right, so let's go ahead and get one more. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it now. But Stone also put 1986 in there and said reset someone. But we all know that who Stone meant was Malchior. Just hang on to, let's just hang on to that one for just a minute. Also, thank you to everyone who followed along with the instructions.
All right, so we know we need to find the recorder.
As much as I like Terrorize and Malchior, like I said, I still think Jess needs one. She won last time, so.
Sigil picked up the arrows, so we got that.
I mean, listen, I'll let the chat decide. I personally think we should target Malchior, who we haven't targeted before. But if you want us to do Jess, go ahead and say it in the chat. Otherwise, I think we let the chips fall where they may.
Everyone's gonna let Mal just reset the whole time.
Can't wait until Melchior just goes, I wonder why they've been targeting me all throughout.
And it wasn't even Mercs. Mercs was saying Jess, so don't blame Mercs.
Mercs, are you scared? Are you worried? I mean, what's he gonna do?
Poppy, Mercs, I want to put up a challenge. There's one person that hasn't been affected by any of these resets.
Who's
Sausage?
One person. Let's get Sausage involved in this.
That's true. Sausage hasn't been reset once yet.
All right.
Sausage has not been involved at all.
Save it for a really good time, too.
And for those who didn't get a chance to meet up with Sausage at SG Live back in October, Sausage brought along some hot sauces for us to enjoy. It'd be a nice way to thank him for it.
Sausage actually makes some delicious hot sauce because I was one of the people who got some of that.
Well, let's spread it around then. All right, we've got 3 sitting in here, and I think we can do this. We've got that 1986 I mentioned from our Stone. It says reset someone. I think someone in this case we can translate as Sausage. Let's go and drop it on Sausage. Next up from my friend and yours, not so art, Julia 19. Thank you so much. Did someone say reset? I know Poppy knows who I want to reset. All right, burn it down. That's Malchior. And then finally from ISU Matt, we've got $19.86. Thank you so much for your donation. And it just says reset Jess.
Nice.
All right, so I guess that went around to everybody in Sigil, who honestly, good on Sigil picking Wizrobe for the sprite shuffle on the first one. Yeah, still free, still clear. Thank you all again for donating. This is so good. We are at $12,254.75. We have raised so much for Starlight in this segment. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we really do appreciate the community coming out. And I mean, I don't know what you all here at Zeldathon expected, but this community has really gone above and beyond.
Yeah, no, from the experience I had just from being in the audience, watching Z1R all this time, it's just such an amazing, positive community, and I was so excited to get the chance to work with all of you. Also, Jam Evil in chat says, "Let fate decide Malchior's fate," and in parentheses, "We are fate."
I don't think Mal liked the last reset. He found like mags or whatever it was, and he was stabbing it and then reset right after. So I'm pretty sure he's getting flustered at all the resets at this point.
We have about a 10-minute warning here, so it's going to be I think at this point, if we don't get to the end, I think winner's going to be whoever has the most progress or most Triforce pieces. Obviously, you two being the experts, I'm going to let you call the winner if we do not get to the end within the next 10 or so minutes. I'm just going to leave that right in your guys' hands.
Ooh, just sticks to death. I mean, I would say whoever has recorder, because it's Holy Grail in that case. I mean, Rick?
If somebody gets a recorder, since that's the Holy Grail to get to level 9, I would dub them the winner. Nobody has found the recorder yet.
No.
So Malchior is going to try to be feeding this bait block some ring.
Delicious. I ate one of those when I was a kid.
I'm not talking ring pop.
All right. I got. Sorry.
The quote for that meat block was "bathroom ticket." I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, that's one of our communities. So Hop put together a bunch of Zeldathon community memes. So you'll see some of those like Lubis and "Thank You, Love You, Bye."
Yeah,
ticket.
I didn't see the bathroom ticket in my seat. That one is a new one for me.
That's just probably getting excited not to find out that is not the recorder. There's the hop pop.
What is red ring and why did Mal leave it there?
It's the bait.
Oh, it's bait. Okay, never mind.
All right, well, there's the white sword in 5. We clearly know what that is.
With
Just
fewer than
remember,
10
you all
minutes.
donated towards this.
Yes, no, it was amazing. With fewer than 10 minutes left, if you want a little bit more reset of, say, Malchior, you've only got a few minutes left to do that. So I'd say if you're going to do it, now's the time.
It all goes towards a good cause.
Oh, yeah, and also Starlight. Yeah, you're right.
You're going to get a lot of pleasure out of this, Poppy.
I've been listening to Malchior for a lot of years. And, you know, I mean, so many races. I was there when Malchior and Miss Malchior started announcing together, which was honestly so heartwarming. I didn't even know what to do with it. But then again, this fine person who I've listened to announce, I don't know how many races. A lot? Yeah, this is kind of fun. This is fun for me.
Alright, just Andy finds something in level 5. That's a double item, so that will not be the recorder. I think that's is that the raft or is that the ladder?
It looked like, I don't know, it looked like 2 brown candles with pink on it. Is that a birthday cake? I'm not sure what that is.
You know, the classic Zelda 1 item, the birthday
Yeah, that it would
cake.
be the ladder then, yep. I mean, ladder's a good item to find.
Watching the sword beams be like two bows, it's just so funny to me.
Okay, Malchior found a raft. Malchior didn't find anything there.
There's our thank you, love you, bye community message there.
Diggle picks up a double meat.
I was wondering what that meant when I saw that.
Yeah, there was
Oh, that was a segmented 9, too. I didn't realize that.
Oh, I didn't notice that either.
Wow. That's a heck of a 9.
The thank you, love you, bye is definitely my personal favorite. That came from 1986 when they wired a phone to the desk back to the tech room and ended every phone call with thank you, love you, bye, and it has entrenched itself pretty deeply since then.
No, we aren't going to be able to do anything to do with that, Dig Dugger.
Sigil's
The
in
item
level
that gets us
4.
into 9 is what we need to get past that Dig Dugger.
Yeah, Sigil's in level 4, but I feel like somebody's been over here in this casino corner area.
Yeah.
And we've seen 1. I know Sausage was in 1 for a while.
Yeah, apparently the book itself is in level 1.
It might be in 7.
Tracker's got it marked for 1. Oh, the shield. Right, okay, the shield that replaces the book.
Our racers are running hard. I don't know that they know that whoever finds the recorder first is going to be declared our winner, but they're going hard.
You know who I'm going to declare the winner?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, I think
The person with the least resets.
that'd be Sigil for the seed.
Sigil
Nobody's got
has-
Sigil this.
Sigil has 0. Okay, all right. Well, listen, if you want to declare the race the old-fashioned way by the number of people who've had the least amount of money donated against them, which is, of course, how most races are called, I'll say let's get those last 1986s in and, maybe spread them around to, whoever you see win least. For example, if you donated to reset Malchior, then Malchior couldn't win. And that would be one way to do it.
What have I done?
Mercs, I won't tell them it was you.
No, it's okay. Tell them.
They'll listen to this back later.
Yeah, when they're watching this back later, they're going to be like,
Oh, we found a recorder.
Oh, who did
It was in 1. Just Andy found it. Was it just Andy? It was just Andy, I guess.
Mercs, how you feeling? 2-time champ on Retro Rodeo.
I don't like that.
I mean,
somebody should probably reset her. Somebody should probably reset her right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think resetting her is probably the only responsible thing to do at this point. But I will say this: no shame in losing to the best. Am I right?
She'll probably just say delay anyway.
Yeah, whoops, sorry. It sees it at the end of the segment. Oh, yeah, no, sorry about that.
As she kills Ganon. Oh, I missed that reset.
Just goes into the kidnap room and taps, gets the end playing like, oh yeah, I'll reset, no problem, yeah.
Oh man.
We love you, Jess.
Exactly. Jess knows I love her.
Everybody's been just so good on this segment, and not just the racing, but such good energy. You know, here at Zelda, we're always trying to have that really high energy. This one has not disappointed at all.
I usually only get to torture over the Chicago Bears, not this. So this is a new thing.
As a Bengals fan, I'm not actually sure I'm allowed to say very much. Maybe Joe Burrow won't get injured this year. Maybe. Doesn't seem likely, but I've been told it could happen.
Maybe he'll have a defense that actually works for him this time around.
That I can promise that is not going to happen. I can assure you.
Exactly.
Well, the Giants got a new coach, so we'll see what happens for our Giants this year.
But I'm going to declare the winner not just Sandy. She may have the recorder,
I think,
but the winner
wins.
The winner is the Starlight Children's Foundation.
Yes, that's a great winner.
You know what? Actually, I'm just checking my notes here. Starlight didn't get reset at all in either race, so yeah, no, I think
exactly.
No resets whatsoever for Starlight. So big ups, big win for Starlight. Thank you so much. All right, we're down to our last couple of minutes here. Let's see how much further our racers can get.
Well, if Starlight is going to win and just can't, I mean, I definitely think we should at least reset Mal 1 or 2 more times.
Yeah, we should. Can we please close out with a couple more resets of Mal, for old time's sake?
Let's get another round of resets. How about we reset all 4 of them? Let's go.
All right.
Challenge is on. You know who somebody's got to reset Jess. She can win right now. Oh no! I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's Mal. Mal's in 9. My bad.
What? No.
You can do anything you want to that Zol, Melchior, but you're not going to gain access to level 9 that way.
You know who I bet would love to reset Mal right now? Mrs. Mal. I bet Mrs. Mal would love to. You should do it 3 times.
Also, to Esper Bucket in the chat, no, I think that the reason that we're targeting Mal so heavy is because there was a level of joy that Mal took in having our runners reset during the first race. That was, it was overwhelming.
Melchior was feverishly posting in Live Room B. Feverishly, like you could tell it through how fast Melchior was hitting those fingertips, the keys.
I'm usually the trouble starter. I really didn't start the Mal stuff today. That was all you guys. So
I think the person who started the Malchior trouble today was Malchior.
Well, true. That's
hold on now. I see something coming through.
Okay, what do we got?
That is one last donation from our good friend Silly Person, who has donated so much this segment. Thank you so much. 79.44. Reset them all.
Oh wow! Thanks, Silly.
Silly, thank you. You have really carried this segment with so many donations. So thank you so much.
I love how Rick's playing villain too. Like I didn't even get to type reset. Rick's just took over.
The joy. You're all getting reset. Compliments of Silly.
Hey, it's what I'm here for.
All right, we're down to the last 2-minute warning. All right. Well, that's. I think it's been an excellent segment. It's been so much fun, Rick and Mercs. Thank you both, and thank you to everyone in the Z1R community who helped to put this on. I'll pass the mic to you two. You guys got anything you'd like to say here as we round this out?
I just want to say thanks to everybody that put this on and let us get involved, and it's been really fun. And like I said, again, it's for a great cause, so glad to be a part of it.
First of all, I want to say thank you to Poppy and Laws for coming up to both of us, coming up to the community and inviting us to be here today for this event. It's been a blast getting to do this. Also to Crump for tracking, Mrs. Melchior for helping out. Also, big thank you to Kami and Rankawai, who's been sharing this restream of all 4 runners. In addition to that, big thank you to Melchior for kind of taking this into his own. We've given him a little bit of grief throughout this segment, but Melchior took this in his own and made this rock. So thank you, Melchior, for everything. And big thank you to everyone who came along here in chat and helped benefit Starlight. The Starlight Children's Foundation is going to get a lot thanks to you making our lives on this Sunday afternoon better. I don't think I could say it any better. Back to you, Poppy.
I think that you've summed up our feelings very well, and thank you again to everybody again on the Zeldathon side who was helping, especially Julia. I think Julia helping to wrangle the crew and get us all in good alignment to make this section happen. So I got a big shout out to Julia, and thank you again to everybody who donated. The donors really showed up. I mean, we started. We blew away the first incentive almost immediately. Like, it was like immediate. I looked over and it was like, oh, it's done. And then they kept it coming for those next 2 incentives. And like you said, Starlight's the winner. So with that, I will go ahead and say, everyone, thank you so much. I have been Poppy, and we are here with Adirondack Rick, and we will see all of you hopefully at the next event. Bye, everybody. See ya. Bye. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.